I got about an hour drive to my spot that I'm going to this morning. It's 4 o'clock now, so just gonna put some music on, drink some coffee, and see you when we get there. Hopefully some birds are gobbling. It's just now cracking daylight, and whippoorwills are singing and super calm, so turkey should be gobbling any second. The sun is just now coming up, so listening over this big bowl down here, and hopefully one is close by. Well, apparently it's easier to find a needle in a haystack than it is a turkey right now. Little dinky shed. Looks like it's been here for a while, but cool nonetheless. Still haven't heard anything. I'm about 3.5, maybe 4 miles from the car, so definitely feeling it. But no complaints. I mean, other than not hearing a turkey gobble, it's pretty much a perfect morning. So I'm gonna sit here and listen to this drainage, eat a snack, and then probably start hiking back to the car and get to another spot. So
Oh, yes. Clobbered him too. Heck yeah. Yes. That could not have worked any better. Four times came in. Chill. Relax, relax. So, I was running late this morning actually. Back up to the start of this hunt. And, got to my little point up here. Typically there's birds over there. It's probably half a mile, 3/4 of a mile from here. And I heard one gobble half a mile, 3/4 of a mile from the direction I just walked from. So I was trying to be patient. It was starting to rain and stuff like that, so I didn't think the birds were going to be that fired up. I just was not hearing anything. So finally I came down this extra half mile, and we had shot a bird up here last year in this saddle. So I thought, what the heck, I'm gonna go to that spot. So I went to the tree that we sat at and did real light clucks on that crystal slate, and one fired up over here, and I just thought it was one bird. And I stopped, came back down, and sure enough, as I was working down here, he gobbled, and then all of them gobbled at once. And I knew, I mean, pretty much had him at that point. Hunting national forest like there's really not that many hens. I don't see many hens at all, and I don't hear many hens at all. So a flock of 4 toms, they're, you know, they were probably 400 or 500 yards away on this other ridge you can see behind me up here. And they were on the back side of that ridge. And I just kept calling real light and would do a bunch of cutting at them, and I got them real fired up, and I could hear them, you know, get closer and closer and closer. And eventually they got to this little bowl over here, and I could just see them pretty much running straight in. I can't believe that worked. That's awesome. It's not even, let me have my phone. It's probably not even 8 o'clock now, 8:15. That's 2 Virginia tags punched within the first 4 days of the season. So far so good. I'm really surprised. This bird definitely saw me. He got me pretty good right there, this spur. But this bird saw me as soon as he came out behind this big pine over here, and I'll show you where he's at. There's my setup. I cut all of these and stuck them in the ground. You can see they're fresh. I keep a pair of little snips in my vest, that kind of thing, because you can see how open this stuff is, especially the early season. There's nothing that grows under here, so that helps a lot. So there's my tree I was sitting at. This bird was probably close to 40 yards away, and I took a poke at him. I'm gonna step it off and see, but he was behind this, and I could just see him, you know, side-eyeing you. But he didn't know exactly what I was. Look at that. There's my wife. But they were up there, came down this little chute, and came up. You can see, I mean, I was really well hidden actually. I probably could have waited a little bit longer. You can see that big pine. I actually hit him with the wadding too. It's pretty cool, but yeah, he walked up this. I don't see where my shot actually hit the trees or anything, but he kept walking up. And I took a poke at him while he was walking. I didn't think he was going to stick around that long. And got him, so walk this off. "28, 29, 30, 31, 32 strides." So he's probably 30, 35 yards. That's about the perfect distance. I don't like shooting them up tight. But my gun shoots way too dense of a pattern at 20, 25 yards, so 30 and past is about perfect. I can't believe that happened. The funny thing is, I brought this decoy with me, which typically I don't ever hunt over decoys in the national forest, or on public in general, especially not a strutter, but look at this bag. Guess what idiot forgot the tail fan. So I stuck that up just to have any hopes of them actually looking at something, giving me that split second shot. So I don't know if you saw that or not, but just wanted to give y'all one last look at this setup. So I'm sitting here, cut these rhodo branches, and they popped up right there. Thought that every time I call in a bird like that, or in this case 3 or 4 times, as soon as I can see their head, I just assume that they're gonna bust. Like, I've been busted so many times. As soon as they pop up and they see you, and they're just gone, they just start putting, or they just fly. So that's why most of the time I don't get to enjoy them coming in, you know, slow and strutting and gobbling and doing all that good stuff. These guys gobble their heads off on the way in, but I very rarely get to see them, you know, puffed up, strutting, doing their thing. At least hunting in the timber, that is. I don't really hunt much in the fields, but hunting in the timber, I always like to set up on these edges, or on the back sides, or the leading sides of these little points, or these ridges coming down from the mountain here, because when those things came down that side, across, you can hear them in the leaves walking up, so you know exactly where you need to be pointing your shotgun at the whole time, pretty much. And then as soon as you see them, they're already in shotgun range, so you've got them right there. So if they putt or whatever, you can still take a shot at them. So little tip that I like to give folks is set up where you can, you know, take an ethical shot at something as soon as you see it. I mean, there's no point in watching a bird. Like, I could have set up, you know, way down there, and this is, you can see for 200 yards through this timber. It's wide open. So that just gives them more time to see you, or not commit because they don't see a hen. So if you set up on these edges where they pop up and they're, you know, 30 yards away, it makes a stressful situation a lot easier when it comes time to pull the trigger. So I'm gonna drink some water, eat Cliff Bar, and get loaded up and hiking out of here. So. See where he's been strutting, breaking his wingtips off. I mean, how can you not like wild turkeys? And 4 hard goblin easterns. when they get within like 100 yards, and they're gobbling hard, give it all they got. You can feel it. It like reverberates. It's weird. It's like you get hit with that sound wave. You can just feel it in your chest. Just one last thing, guys. Bring some orange with you when you're turkey hunting. I know nobody thinks about blaze orange, but when you got this sucker possibly dangling all around and tail fan sticking out, especially here in Virginia when folks can legally hunt with centerfire rifles, which is ridiculous. Bring some orange with you, because you never know. And it's definitely worth the peace of mind and the fact that you don't have to worry about some yahoo shooting at me 243 or something like that, because he doesn't have the common sense to not shoot at anything that moves. So here he is, 2022 public land bird. This is a big turkey too. He's pretty stout. He's got 1-inch spurs, huge head on him. I love the colors on these things. I mean, come on. I don't know how you can hate and not enjoy this. I mean, it's my favorite thing in the world to do. And I actually went yesterday and shot a bird off the roost on a piece of private. So I've only got one tag left in Virginia, and I've got a buddy that has never shot a bird. So Kemper, if you're watching this, we're gonna get you on one here soon, and we'll close it out. But I'm gonna get some pictures with this guy and start the 1.5 or 2 miles or whatever it is that I have to get out of here. So thanks for watching. No complaints here. That was an awesome hunt. Thanks, guys.